All right, campers, we're gonna go ahead and make the great ball contraption. Once again, my colors probably do not match your colors, so just make sure that you are looking at the piece and trying to get it to be the correct piece. You're also going to want to use a couple soccer balls for this one, but those will come at the very end. So we're gonna start out with our 6x6 plate, and then we are going to add one of our 1x6s and one of our 1x4s. And then we're gonna take our 2x4 brick, we're gonna put that in, and then we're gonna take our 2x4 tile, that's the skinny one that's smooth on top, and we're gonna put this right there. So we have this still white space showing, kind of like that. Okay, and then we're gonna take one more 1x4 and we're gonna put it here, and then another 1x6 like this. So that's what it's gonna look like. All right, we're gonna take our last 1x6 and we're gonna put it at the end. And then we're gonna take two of our 1x2s, the ones that have just two. We're gonna put one of them like this. There's a little one gap here, and then the other one right there, so just like that. All right, we're gonna take our 1x2. This is a plate, so it's skinny and kind of goes in the middle. Oops, gotta push that down a little bit. And then we're gonna take our 2x2, this is a sloped piece, so you'll notice that there's a slope to it. And we're gonna go, the concave side is gonna go in, so it's gonna be like this, and we essentially have this little slope going down and in like that. All right, we're gonna take a 1x4, and we can use this in place. So we're gonna take that 1x4, put that there. Okay, we have a 1x2 tile, again, the smooth one, that's gonna go here. And then we have a 2x2 tile, and that's gonna go in this space that's right here. And the next we have a hinge piece. If your hinge is two separate pieces, the first one looks like this, has these little grooves in it, and then the top piece is kind of flat and has kind of this little section hanging off. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna push it in, so you just pop it in, and then it should be able to bend forward. Essentially, we're gonna have something and we're gonna create a little bit of a slope by bending it. And then that's gonna go right in there. Okay, we're gonna take a 1x4 Technic brick, and that goes in the middle, and then we surround that by some 1x1 bricks on either side. Okay. And then we're gonna top it off by a 1x6 tile. So that flat tile goes on top just like that. All right, now this is kind of the tricky part. In the instructions, it says to start with our length 3 axle going through the middle piece. And then what we're gonna do, so you'll notice that the axle makes kind of like a plus, and on our gear in the middle, it makes a plus. So that's where we want this axle to go. This is the tricky part though. You have to kind of hold the gear up. So you're holding the gear up, and you're trying to stick the axle through, and you might have to kind of like twist the pieces as you try it. So you're gonna have this, and it should be able to spin like that. Let me do that one more time for you guys. So I'm gonna kind of hold my axle here. I'm gonna drop the gear down, and then I'm just gonna kind of like twist it back and forth until I notice it, and then I'm gonna kind of use my thumb and my pointer to pinch it together and see it spins. Then I'm gonna turn it around, and on this side, we're gonna take this piece, and one of them has a pin, and one of them has kind of that axle groove, that plus again, and we're going to put this right into the plus like that. So when I turn it, it turns the gear. And then we're gonna take kind of this hollow piece, and we're gonna actually put that right on the pin, and then this way we have something that turns it. Okay, we wanna add some of these gray frictionless pins. So we're just adding them to the gear. Just go opposite sides, that's kind of the best. And sometimes it's a tight fit, sometimes it might catch a little bit as we're turning it like that. It might catch, it's just gonna happen, but try to push them in as far as you can. Okay, we're gonna take our 1x4 with the holes and we're gonna put that right here, and then we're gonna cap it with a 1x4 tile, just like that. Next, we're gonna add a 1x2 tile, and that's just gonna go right here on that sloped piece. And then this is our 1x4x1 panel. So it's got like that little L shape to it. The L shape faces away, so that L shape faces the outside. Okay? All right, we're almost done, guys. So we're gonna take our 1x1 brick, and that kind of goes here, as well as this corner piece, this L piece, and that's gonna go right there. Okay, we have our 1x2. This kind of goes on the outside. So that's right here. And then you're gonna have to take this flat 1x1, and that goes right in here. So you got that smooth piece, that 1x2, and this 1x1, as well as these little sloped pieces. So this one slopes down, this one slopes inward, and then this one slopes this way. So these two are sloping towards each other. And now, if we take a ball and we put a ball on, we can turn it, and it creates kind of this endless loop. Now, if it's getting stuck, we gotta push our panel down to just kind of keep creating that slope. And essentially, we should just have this that just keeps repeating itself. Oops, and if it's fallen out, we might need to adjust it a little bit. Maybe go a little bit slower, maybe not so fast. And you can even add in a second ball. And this is a very simple version of the great ball contraption, where you have kind of a system. This one happens to be a closed system, so it loops, where we send a ball kind of through a little bit of a maze, so some slopes or some kind of path, and a great ball contraption that's much larger, and it flows from one module to the next, not necessarily a closed loop. All right, I hope this video helped.